I love bone conduction headphones, so we're gonna try these V9s. What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda. I just picked this up. They're called V9 wireless bone conduction headphones, so they're Bluetooth. And this is what the box looks like. You can see the headphones printed on the front here. And I just love bone conduction because they keep your ear open. The little pads press on your cheekbones, and they kind of vibrate the sound into your head. So they are great for listening to things and staying safe. Now, one of the things I want to show you is that the headphone set here is very light. We've kind of have this large wire around the back, so that's going to go all the way around the back of your head, which we'll try it on my giant head here. So they're pretty light. I mean, they've got a little weight up here because all the hardware and the battery and everything is in there. But then it's these pads, which are really magical. You can see what they look like. They're rubber. They have a little bit of texture on them, but they have little speakers underneath them and they vibrate. On this side, you can see that there's a little play pause button. I'm assuming that's maybe capacitive, and there's a little rubberized texture on the outside. On this side, we have that same rubberized material, but it doesn't look like there's any button on there. So what we have here is a power button and the plus sign, the minus sign, so those should control volume. And then we have a little cover here for the micro USB port to charge that bad boy up. And we get a micro USB cable. There are also instructions here. To get the headset into pairing mode, you'll hold down the power plus button for about 5 or 6 seconds. It'll take a few seconds for it to turn on and then a few more seconds to go into pairing mode, and you'll see the LED light flash between red and blue very rapidly. And I could hear it saying it's ready for pairing mode. And now it says V9 right down there, so I'm just going to tap that. And now I heard it say connected, so I'm just going to throw these on. Now I have a giant head. Most people will have a much smaller head. For example, I wear an XL hat, and you can see here that I have plenty of space with this loop. It actually presses up against my cheekbones here nicely and goes over my ears. It kind of loops over. It's kind of pushing my ears out, but I have very flush ears to my head, and so it's in there nice and snug. Now, like I said, I was worried about it being a little too tight, but it's not. I can kind of move it up. So the cool thing is now I can go to my music here, hit play. Yeah, I don't know if you can hear that. I'm going to crank up the volume. And by cranking up the volume here, it is controlling here. That sounds great, man. And now I'm going to hit the controls here. I'm going to hit the plus button. And single tapping the plus or the minus button does control the volume, which is really great. So if you want to kind of dial it in, you know, you get to one song and then it starts another and it's too loud or too quiet, you can make that adjustment right here. This little button up here is called the multifunction button, and right now I'm listening to some music. So to play pause it, I'm just going to double tap it, and now it's paused it. And if I double tap it again, it's playing it again. So it's kind of nice because an inadvertent touch isn't going to do something, especially if you're staying really active. You don't have to worry about that. It's got to take a deliberate double tap. And I'll tell you what, the audio quality is pretty good. I can tell you that bone conduction headphones are not going to be for audiophiles that are trying to get the best audio quality out of something. The trade-off here is that it always sounds a little fuzzier, a little more muted, but it's still very clear on these. I mean, it's designed to conduct the sound in the best way possible. But comparing it to earbuds or over-the-ear headphones, you're just not going to get that same quality. The trade-off is that your ears are still open. So it's almost like listening to a speaker just sitting next to you, because you can still have a conversation with people. You can hear cars coming. You can hear people honking, you can hear animals, those types of things. It's a much safer way to listen to your music, your podcasts, take calls, because you are still aware of the environment around you. So that's really nice. Now, this set here is actually really inexpensive too, which is one of the best things about it. So if you want to pick up this bone conduction V9 Sport, I think these are going to work great, man. My next trip, boom, these things are on. Hey, I'll put a link to them in the description below. Peter Von Panda, out.